Yeah, Roger, wanted to give you a heads up on our plan here. Any moment now, we are expecting KU to come back at this point. We're going to route some camera views so that we can see Dragon better from the ground here. At 12:23, so about 1 minute from now, we are expecting to get a video feed from SpaceX that will just come to MCC Houston over here. That's going to last about 5 minutes. Our plan is we are going to check the alignment, make sure that Dragon is in good position. As long as those checks work, we are going to press ahead with the docking attempt. How copy so far?
Okay, copy. About 12:23, you guys will get video to MCC for about 5 minutes. You guys are going to check the alignment on the ground, and if you're happy, you'll land the press ahead.
And that's a good copy, Raja, and we will let you know when we're pressing in. Stand by.
Dragon,
Scott's
on Dragon to ground.
giving the
I'm sure you
update.
copied all on the big loop. Stand by. We're zipping up a plan here, and I'll let you know before we command resume.
And so again, right now we're standing by for Dragon to make that pass over our SpaceX ground site. The plan, we've now got some additional cameras trained on Dragon, just giving the teams additional alignment insight into the capsule as it still hangs out 20 meters away from the docking port. We're just beginning a pass over station ground sites now, and teams are going to work to get that video up to the crew. This ground site pass will last for about 5 minutes. And that means the video will likely not be available for the entirety of that final approach. However,
Dragon,
the way the
SpaceX
flight
on the
rules
big
are
loop,
written,
confirm crew readiness for final approach.
SpaceX Endeavour, copy all. We're ready. Visors down.
and again, as long as the teams
Dragon,
have this
SpaceX
data now,
on the
and
big
we're
loop,
able to
resume
confirm good
imminent.
alignment,
Dragon is entering approach 2.
and Dragon's flight computer getting into approach 2 prep. So we've gotten that video. We've been able to confirm alignment here on the ground. The NASA flight director and the SpaceX mission director have conferred and confirmed Dragon is in good alignment. We have additional tools available, giving us degrees off axis, just real-time telemetry of Dragon during its approach.
2 and 1, and we'll be hands off at 2 meters.
Good copy, Dragon.
All right, so Dragon is now accelerating in for docking. So again, we were able to get that ground pass video. Teams here in Houston, visiting vehicle officer, other support personnel confirmed Dragon was in good alignment. And that video from the ground site, that's the one you were just seeing on the left. So Dragon's now continuing in towards docking. We've departed waypoint 2. We're only 17.5 meters away. We confirmed good alignment, and we've got additional views now trained on Dragon, giving additional situational awareness, and we're continuing to get those updates from the navigational equipment on board Dragon. The LiDAR's giving real-time range rate. We're getting real-time degrees, and that's also being fed to the crew in real time. They don't have that video, but they do have all that additional data that's able to give them enough data to make decisions for a board if they need to. So we have proceeded. We are go for docking. Dragon's flying in. It's moving at less than 1/10 of a meter per second. We're just about 15 meters away now from the docking port on the space-facing side of Node 2. Should be just under 3 minutes away from docking. And you can see the soft capture ring on the docking mechanisms extended. It's got 3 of those slightly triangular looking shapes, and those are the pedals that are going to be used to guide it in to the passive docking mechanism on the station side. After that makes the initial attachment, that docking ring is going to retract, bring it in, and then it's going to be able to make a hard mate, engaging 12 hooks to give the hard mate, the hard dock, to the space station.
SpaceX copies 10 meters.
So 10 meters again. Once we get to about 6 meters, you're going to hear the crew call out chop. That's the crew hands-off point. That's just giving direction to the crew on board Dragon not to make any manual control decisions or movements, as everything gets handled by the flight computer from that point in. 8 meters away. Continuing to get confirmation that Dragon is in the correct attitude, in the approach corridor, not tracking any issues, just past 7 meters from the docking port. Six meters in closing. The International Docking Adapter number 3 in view on the lower right there.
5 meters.
Under 5 meters to go. Still seeing good alignment. Under 3 meters. Soft docking ring on Dragon on top there. International docking adapter on the right.
Copies 2 meters.
2 meters. We heard chop call, the crew hands off point.
1 meter.
One meter to go.
Dragon, SpaceX, on the big loop, contact and soft capture complete, attenuation in progress.
SpaceX Endeavour, copy all, good.
All right, so with that contact and capture coming at 7:29 a.m. Central Time, 5:29 a.m. Eastern, that's 12:29 UTC, while the station and Dragon flew 258 statute miles over the central Atlantic Ocean. So with that initial contact made, the soft capture ring is now going to begin to retract. After
Dragon,
that is
SpaceX
completed,
on the big loop,
we'll be able to start
soft capture
engaging
ring retraction
hooks.
in progress.
Soft capture ring in progress.
So we're now going to see Dragon inch a little bit closer to that docking adapter until it essentially performs a sealed connection. And then we'll be able to engage 12 hooks that form the hard capture function on board Dragon. 6 of those are actually engaged during the launch and on the way into orbit. They hold the nose cone, which you can see opened off to the right there. They hold that in place, and then they're opened up once we're on orbit to deploy the nose cone. But 12 of those are now going to engage after the soft capture ring has retracted. Once those 12 are engaged, we'll have a hard mate. Then we can start to connect 2 umbilicals that are going to provide hardline data and power to Dragon through station systems. And then we'll be able to get the docking complete call. And then it's on to some of the post-docking operations. So for the crew inside Dragon, they'll be getting out of their suits, doing some basic cabin configuration as they get ready to open the hatch on their side. That'll be the last hatch to open. Meanwhile, on the station side, Tom Marshburn and the Expedition 67 crew will start outfitting what's called the A-Pass hatch. That's the hatch on the station side. It's got a small valve that Marshburn's going to open up to begin to flow atmosphere to the space between the Dragon and the station hatches. Right now, it's still exposed to vacuum. but as soon as we're able to pull Dragon in and engage those hooks, that will become a sealed space, and so we'll be able to pressurize it, essentially just flowing atmosphere from the station into that previously vacuum space between the two hatches. We'll stop a couple of times on the way up in the pressure just to do leak checks and let thermals equalize to make sure that we're actually measuring pressure and how much atmosphere is in there, not just thermal fluctuations. And so once we get that up to pretty much the same ambient pressure as the space station, we'll open the A-pass hatch first, and then it'll be over to the Dragon crew to open the hatch into Crew Dragon Endeavour. So still waiting for that soft capture ring to retract. This might be a bit of deja vu for Dragon Commander Mike LA, as this is actually the second time in his spaceflight career that he's docked to the space station on a spacecraft named Endeavour. He flew on Shuttle Endeavour back on STS-113, flying to the station in November of 2002 to deliver the Expedition 6 crew. So thank you to our resident spaceflight encyclopedia for that tidbit. So for now, the soft capture ring's still retracting, and once that's completed, we'll be able to begin connecting those hooks. Those are going to hold it in place. We'll get those umbilicals, and then we'll be able to start stepping into hatch operations.
Dragon SpaceX on the big loop, ring retraction complete. Docking sequence is holding for MCS reconfiguration.